Both attended the meeting this morning with Speaker Boehner. We have Congressman Kevin Brady of Texas, a senior member, by the way, on the House Ways and Means Committee and the Vice Chairman of the Joint Economic Committee, and Congresswoman Nan Hayworth, a member of the House Committee on Financial Services. Congressman Brady, let me begin with you if I can. A growing number of political observers claim that the GOP is essentially painting itself into a corner, creating a lose-lose situation, and perhaps worst of all, giving the president the upper hand on a tax issue of all things. How would you respond?
Well, I disagree for two reasons. One, I don't think anyone in America buys President Obama as a tax cutter. He's woken up every day for 3 years trying to figure out a way to raise taxes on anyone and everything he possibly can. And secondly, last week, this president was insisting, no, demanding a year extension of the payroll tax cut, and now he's changed. We think, I believe, Senate Democrats have shortchanged the American public by passing this meager 2-month extension and then racing home for vacation. If the president's serious, come to us. Sit down with us. We have time to work this out, and let's do it before New Year's.
Congresswoman Hayworth, how would you respond to, we heard from a Democratic lawmaker saying this isn't a difference between Republicans and Democrats, it's a fracture within the Republican Party itself. How would you respond to that?
We are united in the Republican Party to cut taxes. We are united to provide tax relief and do it responsibly. The bill we passed through the House of Representatives did just that. It provided a full year, not 2 months, of a payroll tax holiday extension. It provided for 2 full years of reassurance to our seniors on Medicare and the doctors who care for them that they will continue to have access and not face devastating reimbursement cuts. It provided for 13 months of unemployment insurance, responsibly, with some long-term reforms that make sense. We're here for common sense, and that it runs across the entirety of the House majority.
But, Congresswoman, House Speaker Boehner actually prevented a direct vote on the Senate bill on Tuesday, suggesting that he may not have had enough Republican support. What do you say to that?
Well, the measure that we passed to establish a conference committee passed with a solid majority of votes, and that will tell you the story. We want to see this resolved. We are here to work. Millions of Americans are working across the holiday season to put food on the table and care for their families. We can do the same thing, and that's why Kevin and I are here. Well,
Mr. Brady, what do you think the American people think of all of this?
Well, I think they're frustrated just with the dysfunction of Congress, but I know this. Those who claim to support a payroll tax cut are on vacation right now and passed a bill that was 2 months long. Those of us who are here, Republicans, are willing to work for a full year extension. We're here willing to work through the holidays to get this done for the American public. I think the American public gets that.
So what happens with the committee tomorrow? If you don't have the other side there, it's not exactly where you can't really negotiate, can you?
Well, we're working very hard on making sure that we're doing all we can to try to bring our Senate colleagues and our Democratic colleagues to the table. We are appealing, obviously, to the American people so that they understand we're working here for them. We're not going to let them wake up on January 1st with an unpleasant surprise.
Congressman Brady, what did you think of the Wall Street Journal piece today, basically calling it a fiasco for the GOP and saying at this stage it would probably be best for the GOP to cut its losses and find a way to just extend this payroll tax holiday quickly?
You know, everyone wants to weigh in on the political mystique around here and intrigue. I'm a big admirer of the Wall Street Journal. I really think, though, back home, people are sort of tired of the go along to get along thinking, you know, just kick this down the road 2 months. We'll get to it when we, the Senate, choose to get to it. I think that's the problem. They want real solutions now. They want people who will stand up to fight for them now. And I think kicking the can down the road, frankly, makes it more difficult. The optics, the message, all that people complain about gets worse. In 2 years, so why not come back from their vacations, Mr. President, in the Senate? Why not sit down with us and let's solve this problem?
Congresswoman Hayworth, do you think the unemployment benefits issue in here is kind of getting lost in the shuffle a little bit?
Well, I've been mentioning it everywhere I possibly can. It's an important component of this package. We provided for 13 full months of unemployment benefits on the federal side. with long-term reforms that make sense. That's a responsible plan for the American people, and that's whom we're here representing, the American people and common sense. And that's what they desperately need and deserve.
Well, I hope we can find some resolution. As you are well aware, the clock is ticking, so let's hope this thing can be wrapped up. Well, thank you very much for joining us, Congressman Kevin Brady and Nan Hayworth. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.